YouTube. Hey YouTube, VidHead85 here, and I'm just, you know what, I recently saw the Irish president smack down a Tea Partier like nothing else I've ever seen. And actually there is a picture that I recently saved, and it is one of the best things I've ever seen. Where is it? Irish president to a Tea Partier. And he basically just, oh my goodness, he laid this person out. Wow. One of the, like, just wow. So the guy says, at least 47 million people, the likes of which you condemn to no health care in a country that I was proud to work with, those people are going to have some health care. So therefore, be proud to be a decent American than being a wanker who's whipping up fear. And he was talking about how they like to whip up fear about everything. They whip up fear about the Muslims. They whip up fear about the blacks voting. They whip up fear about the illegal immigrants, you know, or excuse me, undocumented persons voting. But then again, what they don't realize here is that, you know, all it is fear. And when people vote on the fear that they have, that they make themselves a slave to fear, and people who will use that fear to win elections, and not only that, to get them to vote against their best interests. Any Tea Partier out there, I want you to know that I will fight hard against your kind, your ilk. Because secondly, there are so many people out there who died without health care and who need health care. And you are sitting there telling people in your states that they should not be able to have Medicaid expansion when especially you, the government officials who hate big government, are talking about, we hate big government, we don't want government in our lives, but yet you take government money to do whatever it is you do. You take government, Michelle Bachmann's husband takes government money for his ex-gay clinic. Bob Vanderplaat, some radical right groups who hate government are sitting there talking about how much they hate government and how much government shouldn't be in their lives, but yet they're collecting Social Security like Ayn Rand. You people are the worst people, unprincipled. You are disgusting. You are just you are what's wrong with America. How can you sit here and tell me that you built it? One, taking President Obama's words out of context to make it seem like he hates business, when in fact you did not build the government infrastructure that gave you those federal contracts and those loans. You did not build that. Somebody helped you along the way. Somebody helped you with a business plan. Somebody helped you secure the loans that you needed. And somebody helped you get those government contracts and those tax breaks that you got. So don't tell me you built it alone. Don't tell me that you built that business that's taking all this money and all these tax cuts from the government, and then it has to find a place to raise revenue, and yet you're concerned about health care, so-called making the cost of pizza go up. First of all, that's stupid. The only thing that will make the cost of pizza go up is the suppliers, if they jack up the price. All of these people talk believing that people should be on their own with health care, but then again, how can you say that when people are getting kicked off their plans, and when people who don't exactly who can't afford health insurance but are in the middle of Medicaid and health insurance, not being able to get health insurance? And if you are opposed to being mandated to get health insurance, I think that there is something wrong with you, because the strong ones, the healthy ones, pay for the sick ones, and they make it easier for them to pay their bills, as opposed to wondering if they will have to have food or medicine. Have you looked an elderly person in the eye who has to pay $30 every time they get a refill? Every time they get their prescriptions, they have to pay an exorbitant amount of money. But yet you are so concerned about the government takeover of healthcare. You are so concerned about all of that, but yet what you don't understand is that government takeover of healthcare extended Medicare to 2024, and the Paul Ryan budget won't do a fucking thing for you when you're at that point. So don't tell me that healthcare is a right. And if you're pro-life, you support healthcare. If you don't support healthcare, you are not pro-life. You are not pro-quality of life, because that is what healthcare helps you to do. And preventative healthcare is desperately what we need in this country, because too many people rely on the emergency room for medical care. And how is that America? How can the land of the free and the home of the brave be dependent on emergency care? We are not, that is not what America is. And the fact that we have a working poor class, that should upset you. The uneven tax code should upset you. Not healthcare being expanded, not basically what Congress gets expanded to all of us. Paul Ryan only pays $503 through the government for healthcare. Some people pay that in 3 months. So that Ohio legislator who yelled yes, yes, yes to millions of Americans being booted off of health care, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, the governors who do not take that Medicaid expansion should have their health care revoked. Everybody who does not expand Medicaid in their states deserves to have their health care revoked and for them to pay for that health care. I'm pretty sure you're grateful to the government now